Good morning and welcome to Cindy's Kitchen. It's Tuesday, and so, it's our regular day. I know that yesterday I did look at that hair. What is up with that? Yesterday we did kind of an odd thing where I came home from Sam's and basically I bought all my meat in bulk and then divided it all up and put it in the freezer so it would make meal planning a little less expensive and easier. And so if you missed that, hop on over to yesterday. If you're brand new, welcome. We do a lot of cooking. We've got over 250 episodes that we've done. We've been doing this for about a year and a half. Not a professional cook, just a home cook, but we have fun here at Cindy's Kitchen and we chat back and forth. So if you are new, or even if you're not, please say hello. If you are brand new, tell us where you're from so we can greet you and welcome you to the family. Cindy's Kitchen is a cooking show, basically a community where we sit and chitty chat and we make stuff. Nothing too wild or crazy. Usually it's stuff you have. So good morning. Hey, Anita. Debbie, good morning. Hot and humid in Chicagoland. Oh my. Debbie, I just wanted to tell you that your shrimp and asparagus looked lovely. So I hope your family enjoyed it. And I like that you added some other things. Good morning, Donna. Anita, it's good to see you. I thought I'd show you, I showed you that I bought the red, white, and blue hydrangeas and put it in my blue poppy fermentation crock. But this morning I've transferred, they're kind of getting a little icky, but I've transferred the red and white ones into this. Good morning, Lydia. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Pretty. And so I put the red and white ones in there. Ooh, there you go. Donna's here, Terry's here, Anissa's here. Good to see you guys. I also have a new coffee cup. I know. How can anybody have so many coffee cups? Hello, Anne from the UK. Jessica's on. Hi, Charlene. Good to see you. Good morning, Miss Terry. Okay, so this Polish coffee mug looks less like Polish pop. Good Lord. Good morning, Linda. Just curious, why didn't you make hamburger magic with the ground? Oh, I answered you. I'm sorry, Gail. I went in and typed the answer. Good morning, Janet. Good morning, Kathy. Good morning, Casey. I didn't. Hey, Lois. Because, top of the morning to you, Britt. I didn't do hamburger magic yesterday because it's been raining like every day. And you guys know what happens when you have really bad arthritis and it rains, right? So you're like, oh, ugh. And then I was at Sam's for 2 hours. And it was just too much for me. I didn't have the energy to come home and pop it in there. So when I do it, Margaret, good morning. Aw, thank you, dear. Charlene, that's so nice. And so I didn't have it in me. I took all the medication, as soon as I divvied everything up and did our little quick video, I took all my medication, had my lunch, got my lunch, and went to bed for several hours. So I'm very sorry, Gail. I will use hamburger magic on it. I'll just have to defrost it and then do it. But you know that that's what I do. It looks like coffee beans from here. Lydia, you are correct. I think I know that this looks less like a traditional Polish pottery pattern. Boy, say that fast. Polish pottery pattern, Polish pottery pattern. Oh, what if it was a purple Polish pottery pattern? Anyway, but I love it. It has coffee beans on it because come on, how cool is that? So I kind of had to have it. So anyway, there's my new Polish pottery cup covered in coffee beans. All right, so I saw something. Okay, now I don't watch TikTok. Thank you, Linda Sue. Thank you, Debbie. I have TikTok downloaded, but I'm not a TikTok watcher. But my sister is, and then other people comment about things that they've seen on TikTok. Hey Heather, happy Tuesday to you. And so I wanted to try something today. And so, hold on, let me turn the stove on. But I didn't want to just do that. And a lot of times, when I make things, it's things I'm hungry for, even if I've made it before, even if. So, that being said, because you know how I am. Hey, Sandy, good morning. I thought, the little promo I did, Mama's not doing well, Heather. Her hip, she's staying with my sister. The x-ray was fine. She has to go for an MRI. Her hip keeps popping in and out of place, which cannot be good, but nobody can figure out why or what's going on. So, but thank you for asking. Hi, Dorada. Anyway, so the promo today was the Yankee Doodle theme, right? Yankee Doodle went to town riding on a pony, stuck a feather in his cap and called it macaroni. Now, I always thought it was that he was calling the pony macaroni, right? Hey, Pashmina, good to see you. Doing well. Hope you are too. But I read something that actually calling something a macaroni was a thing about fashion trends in Britain. And it was like between two of the fashion trends. And it was this group of folks that would they'd leave England and they'd travel all around. They'd come back with all these funky, weird fashions that they put together. And so, like, the traditionalist would look at them and call them a macaroni because they would have these wild, funky things on. And so, by putting the feather in the cap, it was saying they were kind of making fun of themselves that they were, being a macaroni. I have no idea if that's true, but I read it and I thought it was interesting. And so macaroni it is today. Now we're going to start with just a plain old basic macaroni salad. And I know you know how to make a macaroni salad. Too bad Vicky's not watching because Vicky made one the other day that looked divine. Divine, I tell you. Now here's what I'm going to do first. I'm going to start with just a bowl, and I'm going to go ahead and put what I'm going to consider all the little bits. And then I'm going to make the dressing afterwards, only because, like, normally if I was measuring everything out, I would make the dressing and then I would pour it on there. But I'm not exactly certain how much stuff I'm going to put in here, so I want to have the right amount of dressing. Okay, now for macaroni salad, obviously you need some macaroni. So I'm using tradition, going with the elbow macaroni. And I've got some water well, it's not boiling yet, but it's coming to a boil. And as soon as it comes to a boil, we'll pop them in. Okay, elbow. And this is the little elbows, right? So it's not, some huge blah, blah. Okay, so let's just start. Here's what I did. Because I do this. I don't necessarily, some of you need a recipe and you're like, write down exactly how much. This is not going to be one of those times, and I do so apologize. That being said, here we go. A carrot. I chopped the end off. I got a carrot out of the vegetable drawer. Okay, I'm going to set it down here, and I'm using my hand grater. Okay, why am I doing that? Okay, for me, I don't like big chunks of carrot, and I suppose I could have bought some already cut up carrots, but didn't do that either. So, but I'm only going to use one because I'm not a huge carrot fan. Macaroni salad with tuna, diced ham, red peppers, and onions. Yum, Lydia. The thing I love about macaroni salad is there are a bazillion, am I exaggerating? A bazillion ways that you can make macaroni salad. So if you are very limited on what you have in your house, it's okay. You can still make macaroni salad. Okay, one carrot went in. So that gives us, look, about a third of a cup of carrot. Okay? Now let's see what else. I also bought a big bag. Oh, the PT lady's coming. Okay, Mom, I hope everything goes well. I also have some Brussels sprouts. I know, you're going, what? Brussels sprouts? But here's the deal. I'm just gonna use 2 of them, right? Because they're kind of big. And I'm gonna slice them up very, very thin, okay? So I'm gonna cut down the center. Oof. I left the bottom on, so I have something to hold on. I need to tilt you, don't I? Let me tilt you. Let me tilt the camera. Okay, there we go. So I went down one side and then the other. So basically, I've cut it into a quarter, but I left that on. And because of that, then I'm just gonna cut straight down, and that gives me a nice, I don't know, chop up, right? It is a pretty bowl, isn't it? It's from the Andy factory, and I think I've had it 2 years. I don't know. I've had it a while. I like it because it's, I like it because it's a festive color, right? It makes you happy. I think your dishes should make, what do Brussels sprouts taste like, Nancy asks. Well, hey Joan, good to see you. Now, there are a lot of people that don't like Brussels sprouts. I've always said I think that's because they don't cook them right or cook them in a way that you like. Good morning, Nina. Let me see if the water's boiling. It is not. So Brussels sprouts are green, although, you know, I don't eat them a whole lot raw. Oh. Yes, Gail is right. Cabbage. It does kind of taste like cabbage. It's a cross between cabbage and maybe just lettuce, kind of. So I only did 2, but I'm trying to, cabbage and broccoli. There we go. That's a good one. All right, I got some green onions. I think I'm gonna do 2 of these only because I'm not using tiny cabbage flavor and delicious and bacon. Yes, I do agree. But I have to say, there for a while, everybody and their dog or their cat only ate them with a balsamic reduction, right? That was everybody's thing. I know. I think there for a long time people just like if you boil them, ooh, not great. I don't think it's great. And especially, I like them roasted. I like them sauteed in the pan. I mean, there's so many ways. I tell you, I really like to cut them up very thin or shave them and then do it kind of almost like a stir fry. I think we've done it that way on the show, like a stir fry with bacon and onions and garlic. Of course, I'm a firm believer that anything with the proper seasoning can taste good. I mean, you can get it all. Okay, so 2 green onions going in. Now we have some green. Okay, so I think, I need 1 more green because I'm gonna put some celery in here. Literally, okay, I need the skizzers. Here they are. Literally breaks them apart and roast them with the flavor of, yes. I think that if people would only learn to season properly, that there's really not a whole lot of foods that you would go, ugh, disgusting. Hey, shush. Dog's barking. Because I think, I don't know, proper seasoning can elevate anything. Broccoli slaw, it is a kind of a similar flavor. Yes, Lydia. But again, adding flavors. Now, there are some people that say, you know, we ought to let the pure taste of the veggies come through, and you could certainly do that. I just like to give you options, right? I don't know. I mean, I think if you just ate a piece of lettuce, right? Air fryer tossed in olive oil, garlic powder. Oh, yum! That sounds good too, Heather. See, this is good. We should all share how we do things. Okay, so now in here, what do I have? I have a carrot. I have a couple of Brussels sprouts. I have 2 green onions, and I have some celery. It's kind of orange and green. So, I'm gonna do a little bit more green. Look at this. I got this huge bag of asparagus. And this is what I'm saying to you. One of the reasons I emptied the crisper, I'm gonna use maybe 5 of those. One of the reasons I emptied the crisper is because I want to show you, and I'm just gonna dice this up into small pieces. And it's fine raw. If you don't like it raw and you wanna put it in the, boil it in a little water, stick it in the microwave, steam it a little bit, roast it in the pan, put it in the oven. You know, you can do all those things, all right? But, look, come on. It's little tiny, and it'll give us a whole nother layer of flavor, okay? And you eating all your veggies, right? You gotta eat all your veggies. All right, the last, I have 2 more veggies. I also got this big bag of peppers. I think I'll use red, because we have orange with the carrot, or maybe yellow. Should I use yellow? Nah, I'm going with the red. There we go, red. So I don't know that I'm gonna use the whole pepper. Maybe half. How about them apples? Not apples. That's another thing you can use. But like I said, I'm emptying my veggie crisper because I want you to see that you don't have to have any particular ingredients. I want you to use the stuff that you have. If you have meat, man, macaroni salad is the most versatile meal if you like it, right? Because, as was mentioned earlier, you could add tuna. My mother likes to add canned salmon, right? Although she's not on right now, so I can say, it drives me nuts, she pronounces it salmon. She cannot say the word salmon. She always says salmon. It drives me bazonkers. Sure, Lois. Yeah, sure. Yeah, they're all pre-washed. That's what I'm going with. All right, and so again, you know how I am about, everybody's asking the same question. Yeah, I haven't died yet. I'm all okay. I like the perfect bite, so do celery and eggs. You know what? I have never put eggs in my macaroni salad, and I don't know why. Huh. Yeah, laugh at me, go ahead. You're not eating here today. What do you care, right? You pre-wash all your stuff and be good. Be good. Use shrimp. Janet, that sounds lovely. Yes, so you could use shrimp. You could use scissors again. What would I do without my kitchen scissors? I had to buy cilantro. Isn't that awful? My cilantro plants are just like dead. Maybe her husband is a doctor. Well, like I said, no issues before, so there we go. Okay, and then a wad of cilantro. And you don't have to use cilantro, right? Crab and peas, Charity, that sounds lovely. You could use basil, you could use parsley, you could use dill, you could use thyme, you could use oregano, whatever your little heart desires. How exciting is that? Okay? All right. But that's what I had, so that's what I'm using. I like dill. But, it's really odd. It's like a love-hate. Like, I like dill on some things. Your cilantro plants didn't do well either. I don't know what it is. Like, normally, my cilantro and my basil are all over the place. They take over everything. Not so this year. Okay, so as you can tell in this bowl, look, it's not that much. you could add a whole lot more. But, you know, this is just really, I don't need a big, huge thing of macaroni salad. And several of you have told me hard-boiled eggs. Okay. Oh, it's okay. I'm glad that you're, yeah, I know. Shake your fingers at me. Tell me I'm a terrible person. I'm sorry. Anyway, several of you have said that you cook for one. No, Lois, that's not true. You should wash it. I'm just being naughty. Lois, wash your stuff. Just keep doing it. I'm just being lazy. And anyway, several of you have told me that you're cooking for one or two. And so I didn't want to make like this huge bowl of macaroni salad and you go, I can't make that because it's way too much. So you see how I use like a little bit of this and a little bit of that, 1 carrot, 1 thing of celery. And so really, I mean, it's not a whole lot, but it's enough for us, right? So you don't have to, most of these macaroni salad recipes, it's like you're taking it to the church, right? For the church social. And so there you go. Okay, water she be a-boiling. I did a big handful of salt in my water, and I'm gonna use, this is a pound of pasta. I'm not making a whole pound. I might use maybe half of this, okay? Or should we do it all so we could do, oh, we'll do it all. What the hey? The whole package she went in. All of the ingredients in that bowl would be great in a coleslaw too. You're right, Debbie, that is true. That is true. Lois, don't be mad at me. Oh, now I feel like I made Lois mad. I don't want to make Lois mad. Boo-hoo. All right, now let's, oh, wait, you know what? I'm gonna add, I have these 2 tomatoes, and that one's getting a little soft. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut these up and add these 2. Again, like I said, I just emptied the crisper. And so that's what I want to encourage you to do when you're cooking. Obviously, if you have leftover chicken or turkey, you could add that in here. If you don't have any leftover, you could always use canned chicken, just like you could use canned tuna. You could even, I mean, here, I'm even gonna take you, you could even use lunch meat. I know that there are several people that, you know, processed meat, blah, blah, blah. And so if you don't eat lunch meat, then that's not an option. But it's certainly there, washed or not, I think, oh, no, I'm not putting any bacon in. Although, yes, I know, Dorada, the meatless. Oh, I have to say, Dorada, I thought about you yesterday when I was at Sam's. At Sam's, they had, like, you know, everything there is a case of chicken gyros. Lydia, oh, I love gyros. So good. So good. I always wanted to get me one of those spit things that go around and you use the knife and you carve down. How cool would that be? Although, you know, I have enough gadgets that are for one thing. And I've been trying to get rid of any gadget I have that only does one thing. You know, like, you can only use it when you make X. I have too many of those gadgets. And so, I've been trying to get rid of those. Do you do that? Has anybody else done that? Hey, Katie, good morning. Is anybody else, I don't know what everybody's ages are, but so my, what is today, the 6th? Yes. Mango pineapple salsa bake. Oh, yum. So Thursday is my birthday. It's also Cassie's birthday and my father's birthday. So we had all 3 of us born on the same day. Well, you know, different years, obviously. So July the 8th. And 3 generations, all on July the 8th. Hold on, sip. And I need a bowl. One moment. Getting another bowl. All right. I think this size is just fine. I have too many gadgets too. Hold on, let me give this a stir. So that our noodles don't stick together. So anyway, and I'm about to turn 56. A garage sale, there you go. I'm about to turn 56, and I've just been feeling the urge to purge. Is that something, the urge to purge? I've been feeling the need to, I don't know, lighten the load. Get rid of some of the stuff that I don't use all the time. So, I don't know. I need to do it, but anyway, it is kind of cool, right? All right, so this is gonna be a hoarder of kitchen gadgets. Yeah, me too, kind of. This is gonna be a mayonnaise-based dressing. Now, here's what I will suggest to you, and I'm not gonna use a ton. That's like maybe, I'm gonna use probably, is that a quarter cup? Maybe a quarter to a third of a cup. Not a whole lot, because we don't really need a whole lot. But if you don't, my kids don't want them. And that's another thing. Hold on, I'll get to that. If you don't want a mayonnaise-based dressing, go back to the other day when we made the coleslaw and use that recipe of the dressing, and then it'll all be good. All right, so now I'm gonna put all the seasonings. Oh, we have to do mayonnaise, and we have to do, so for me, I'm just gonna do about a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, okay? And then I'm gonna put all the dry stuff in. You've been purging too. Okay, so we need pepper, we need salt. You know that I'm gonna do, hey Alice, good to see you. I'm gonna use granulated garlic. I like lots of garlic. So, because it's little, I mean, you know, your seasonings, you don't need a whole lot, all right? And then I'm gonna put in some paprika, just a smidge, because you know I love that flavor. And then, let's see what else. Okay. I do like to put a little Dijon mustard in mine, but I was gonna give you a little hint. Sometimes when you're making a dressing, and it'll call for Dijon mustard and olive oil, or Dijon mustard, olive oil, and some vinegar, mayo and Greek yogurt. Yeah, I'm not a yogurt fan. Yes, you can use Hidden Valley Ranch. Your dad and son had the same birthday. Cool. If you don't have Dijon mustard, you could just, cheat and put some honey mustard salad dressing in for. It's not the exact same, but it's fine, right? So I'm just gonna put in a tiny little squirt of Dijon mustard, maybe a little onion powder, because I only used green onions. See, look, is there a recipe? Well, kinda, but how about we just, all the things you like. My friends and I call it death cleaning, getting rid of stuff so your kids don't have to do it. It's a Swedish thing. Death cleaning. Oh my. Death cleaning. All right, now the last thing I'm gonna put in here before I give it a stir is pickle juice. Pickle juice. This is supposedly, what's her name? Ree Drummond. What is she called? Pioneer Woman. But, a lot of people have done this. So a little pickle relish. Is it sweet? It's just a splash, right? It just gives it an extra punch. Although, you know what? These are hot and sweet. I think I may cut up a few of these to put in the actual doodah. These are slices, but good morning from Northwest. Is it late because the plumber was replacing the garbage disposal? I'm sorry, sweetie. That is no fun when all the stuff starts breaking. My sister's been having some work done on her house, and it's like they'll be there at this time, but then they don't show up, and then they show up late, or now they're coming, but you have to cancel because you have to go to work, or you have an appointment. Isn't that awful? Okay, so I just diced up a little pickle. If you don't have any pickles, you can use pickle relish, right? You can put that in there. Okay, Checking the macaroni one more time. Because we should almost be done. Anyway, about a year ago, now I'm just going to stir all this up. Yum, smells good. The only thing I might still do is put a little lemon juice in there. And see how it's, look at this. I want it thin-ish, okay? Which it will be. You could also add milk to this. Taste it. We're gonna taste it and see what it tastes like, although it will take a little time for all the seasonings to come together. I read an article about a year ago so you know how it always was. Leave the cat alone, please. The dogs and the cat. You know how we used to always leave everything for the kids, right? Good morning, Janet. What's the weather in Maine? And so you inherited everything from your grandparents. And now this generation, so like my kids, they don't want our stuff. And so when you know, it comes time to purge and you call your kids and you say, you know, is there anything that you would like? They're like, no. So you're like, what am I supposed to do with all this stuff? Like, I will tell you something. For years, I collected elephants. And I bet I have 150 elephants from all over the world. Because I had, not that I went all over the world, but, you know, like I had friends that traveled and then they knew I collected elephants. And so they brought me back an elephant from everywhere. Let's taste it. I think I am going to put just a little lemon or Happy's birthday. just a little splash. Now oh, you know what? And a little sugar. Let's put a little sugar in there too. So I have all these elephants all over the house. Different sizes. Big ones, small ones. Maybe just like half teaspoon. Really, you should see what it tastes like and see if you like it. Because you don't want it icky, right? The other thing is if you don't want to do this, because, you know, I just dumped a whole bunch of stuff in. You could simply put honey mustard dressing all over if this is your favorite. You could buy a bottle of ranch dressing. You'd put that on there. You could get a big thing of Italian dressing and just dress it with Italian dressing. Like if you like Green Goddess, who likes Green Goddess? They still sell it, you know. Quit killing you off. That's funny. Well, not my kids. They're not overly wanting any of my stuff. All right. So, we got to get the pasta. Your kids will get all your gadgets and cookbooks. I got all my grandfather's cookbooks. He collected them. He didn't cook. I mean, he made 2 or 3 things, but I got all the cookbooks, which I love. So don't get me wrong. But I don't know. My kids don't really want my stuff. Okay, the noodles, they be done. Hey, Jess. All right, so we need to drain our noodles and run a little cold water over them, which means I have to go over there. I'll be right back. Hang tight. Jess? I lost this. All right, it's okay. I'm getting it. Hold on. Talk amongst yourselves. Ugh. Move, dog. All right. Coming back, just a second. I'm going to let the cold water run over those for a little bit. Now, you have about 200 cookbooks, read them cover to cover. Oh, kind of jealous there, Gail. Has anybody ever gone and done a cookbook cover to cover? Like, did you watch that movie, Julia and Julia? Or Julie and Julia? No, I think it was Julia and Julia. Hey, Donna. Oh, well, that's great that you can sit outside. It's been like pouring rain here all morning. I swear, my brain. Anyway, so that movie, Julia and Julia, I think that's what it was, where she cooked all the recipes in Julia Child's cookbook. And, you know, she went cover to cover. And then she blogged about all of it. And I always thought, What a cool thing to do. I know another lady that did that with a different cookbook. And I always thought, oh, that would be so fun, except I don't like fish. I know, you guys have been wondering, why does Cindy never cook fish? I do the shrimp, I've done a few, I've done salmon, I've done, I don't know, I don't like fish. Fried, but that's about it. All right, so Jessica is making sure those are cool. So now, you guys know this, but just in case you don't, when you're cooking your pasta, whether it be spaghetti, macaroni, whatever it is, when she left the butter at the museum at the end, yes. Hey, Edna, good morning. Thanks for joining us. Where are you from? Actually, Heather, I have one partially put together. It's only 65 pages so far. And so I'm kind of going through that. I like that movie too. It was a little sad. I mean, it was sad. It was good. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. Hold on. Hold on. Whoops. No. Hold on. Oh, I hate this. There we go. Okay. Go. All right, I have my air fryer. There's a Barefoot Contessa Facebook page, and several people have cooked cover to cover for several of her cookbooks. Has anybody else ever done that? I've always wanted to do that. Hey, Debbie's here. Debbie, for you, those of you who don't know, although I hope she doesn't mind me saying, does the whole hot air balloon thing. And she was doing that early this morning. I think Debbie, aren't you teaching a class on how to fly hot air balloons, or were you just doing a demonstration? I don't know what you were doing. I just saw you out with the hot air balloons this morning. Huh? Maybe it was a kids camp or something? I don't know. Tell us what you're doing. So has anybody cooked cover to cover in a cookbook? Part of me wants to do that, but there you go. All right, I have my air fryer. Oops, I hit the button. I don't know. I have my air fryer preheating because the thing we're gonna try today, where are my little, here. I got them all smushy. Has anybody seen on TikTok the macaroni chips? Has anybody seen that or heard about it or done it? On TikTok, there's a whole video and it's like taking a craze called macaroni chips. Has anybody heard of this? Has anybody done it? Has anybody seen it? Tell me. All right, so here comes our macaroni. Stuck a feather in his cap. Okay, this was a whole pound of macaroni. I'm not using a whole pound, okay? Because we're gonna use it for something else. Is that half? Maybe about half. There we go. All right, so there we have about half. And just so you'll see, I like to see all the extra ingredients. You have an original joy of cooking that I found at a thrift show. Yay. You want to make it today. Oh, and no. Okay, well. All right, now see, look how pretty that looks. See, pretty. You could add olives in here, although if I added olives, then Jessica wouldn't eat it. Okay, Debbie did a balloon youth camp a couple weeks ago and flew yesterday morning. How cool is that? All of you guys have such exciting lives. I'm here at the house. I rarely leave. I'm just cooking, and the rest of you live such exciting lives. You're watching your grandkids. You're out doing fun stuff. I'm jealous of all of you, right? I really want to go visit Anne in the UK. That would make me happy. I would love to go visit all of you. That would be fun, right? Okay. Let me stir. Now you notice that this is still a big bowl, right? And we only did that little bit of dressing. But that's the reason I wanted to tell you don't need a whole lot. You know, if you're, this whole thing, you go, oh, we need at least a cup of mayo. No. Because you just don't. That's just way too much. Then you have to add more stuff. Okay, so it's totally covered. Look at that, totally covered. Beautiful macaroni salad, all right? I'm just gonna set this aside. I could put it in the refrigerator, but for now, I'm just gonna set it aside. And we're gonna move on to, nobody's watched the TikTok thing, right? Terry, I thought surely you would have. Good morning, Connie. Oh, and could I sleep on your couch? If I come, can I sleep on your couch, Ham? All right, here's the thing that it told you to do. I need another bowl. Hold on. We'll just use this bowl. I'll transfer those into here. Okay, you need a bowl. You cook your macaroni. Oh, pretty. Sure you have. Okay, you cook your macaroni. And then you put your macaroni in a bowl. Oh, you rinse it with cold water, right? So it's cold. Now, you take some olive oil, okay? Oh, I can sleep on your couch? Yay. All right, and then we're just gonna put a little bit of olive oil in there. You don't need a ton, right? But just enough to coat the pasta. Hey, that's a tip. If you ever have to, I'll share with you. If you ever need to make things ahead of time, like you've got to put stuff together the next day, but you know you're not going to have time, whether it be spaghetti, macaroni, any kind of pasta, if you cook it the day before, don't cook it like soft, like major al dente. Then drain it, pour the cold water over it, and then cover it in olive oil. Then you can put it in the refrigerator, and then it won't be all clumpy and stuck together the next day. And so then, like if you're putting together a salad or a spaghetti or something like that, you don't have to boil it all right then and there, and you can just put it all together. Okay, once you have your spaghetti, now you have to pick your seasoning, okay? You can pick whatever seasoning you want. You could do taco seasoning. You could do just garlic. You could do curry. You could do, I'm gonna use this, no, not that. What am I doing? Hold on. Oh, here it is. So this is a Tastefully Simple brand, but it is one of my favorites, and it's Italian garlic bread seasoning. I love this. I use this like on a whole lot of stuff. Now, I can make it, right? I know what all is all in here, but for me, it's just easy, okay? And then, depending on how much seasoning you want and or like, but I'm gonna put quite a bit on there because I like me some garlic. Okay, there we go. Then just give it a toss. Okay, so can you see, I don't know if you can see the seasoning on there, right? But it's supposed to be a chip. Maybe I'll add a little more, although that is a lot. Okay, there we go. All right, so now we got this going, right? Now we've preheated our air fryer. I then took some parchment paper and cut it to fit inside my basket. Hint, tip, warning, do not, I repeat, do not put your parchment paper in your air fryer to preheat. Because what will happen, do you all remember what happens? Hey, Barbara, it's okay. If you put a piece of parchment paper in your air fryer and you preheat it, there's nothing to hold it down, so it goes up and it catches on fire. I did it, so there you go. All right, so don't do that. All right, so it's all preheated. See, there we go. You probably could just spray some oil in the bottom, but I'm gonna do this just so that there's no sticky, okay? It will burn, that's right. And then I'm gonna pour my noodles. See my noodle? Whoa, I tilted it. Look, can you see the noodles? Okay, I just don't want them to fall. And I don't wanna burn myself. All right, so I'm gonna spread them out in a single layer, okay? So that nobody's on top of everybody. It's kind of like they're going to the beach and everybody needs an even tan. So separate the noodles so they lay flat. Now, do you have to use macaroni? No. I suppose you could use any little noodle your heart desires, like maybe baby bows. That would be fun. Okay, Olive Garden has an Italian dressing that's so good and you can buy. Oh, yum. All right, now, then we're gonna stick it in. So it's on 400 degrees, and we're gonna just put it in there for like a minute or so, and then we're gonna taste. No, was it a minute? I think it may have, do it a minute and then check it. we may have to do it a while. I thought this was I had to try this. And I had to try it because I thought it was so odd that there would be a recipe that told you to take something hard, dried pasta, make it soft, boil it, then make it hard again, put it in the air fryer. Because basically that's what we're doing. We're taking something that's hard, we're making it soft, and now we're making it hard again. Isn't that odd? Isn't that like, isn't it ironic? No, I don't know. So there you go. All right, I have such a mess. When I cleaned out my crisper, it's just all over the counter. All right, so I have all of this. So if this turns out good, if this recipe turns out good, and I don't know, I may make a whole bunch of macaroni chips. All right, let's see. Oh, some of the noodles have fallen off. Hold on. Okay, they're still soft. I'm gonna leave them in there for a little bit longer. Okay, and while that's going on, here we go. Remember, if you're not a mayo person, or if you're trying to avoid mayo, you certainly could use yogurt in here, Greek yogurt, that would be fine. Or you could just do a vinegar and oil base. So, there we go. All right, here we go. To taste, right? We have to taste. Of course, you should really use a spoon, right? When you're trying to, but it's okay. Not a spatula. Isn't it yummy? All right. Spoon or a fork with macaroni salad? What do you use? Do you use a fork for macaroni salad or do you use a spoon? I'm sure that the proper way to eat it is with a fork, right? So that you stab. Sour cream is good too. I've never used sour cream, but yes, I'm like, use what you got, right? I'm sure that a fork is proper etiquette, right? So that you could stab or even scoop. But it's little baby macaroni and I've cut everything up and you know how I am about perfect bites. And so, see, Lois, I knew you were gonna know the right thing to do. But I'm using a spoon. Oh, see, everybody, you're supposed to use a fork. Whatever gets in my mouth, I like that. That's what I'm using. But again, I want it all in that little perfect bite. And if I use a fork, it may all fall off. So here we go, tasting. So good. Now, one of the great things about the salad is that even though we cook the noodles and we have all that wonderful dressing on there, you still are getting that fresh taste of all the veggies, right? Because we've used raw veggies. Okay, hold on. Ow. Okay, they're still soft. This is the weirdest thing. Don't you think it's weird? I sometimes have put cheese in, but I didn't. I did not put cheese in today. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. So you can clean out everything and get that all done. Okay, we're just waiting on the chips to see what happens. They've gotten smaller. They're very hot, but they're not like crispy. Oh, they're starting to turn. We're almost there. I'm gonna burn myself and then bad things are gonna happen. I really like that. I didn't put any bacon in because I knew Dorada would say something. Oh, Dorada, that's what I was gonna tell you. When we were at Sam's the other day, they had like a big case of Beyond Meat or Beyond Burger or whatever it was that we cooked. And I thought about you. I tried frying pasta before, but it was an epic fail. Yeah, Snow is lurking. Snow's been chasing the cat, and that's so every now and then you'll hear noise in the background. It's because Snow and the cat do not get along.
Normally me getting that snow.
I know. Oh, now, okay, let's see. It's still kind of soft. I thought it would harden up. Okay, I'm gonna leave it in there just a wee tad more. Although I will tell you, here's what's happening. So I cut that piece of parchment paper, and because the air is blowing it up and the macaroni is not too terribly heavy, the paper is moving, and some of the macaroni has gotten off the paper. They got off their towel and they're on the beach sand. So there you go. Again, I saw it. I actually didn't even look up the recipe. I mean, I just read about it. That's really bad. I probably should have read the recipe before starting this, and then we would have known how long to cook it. But there you go. All right. Oh, and now the paper blew all the way off. All right, let me see if I can get one of these off. It's still very, to me, maybe they'll crisp up as they dry. Let's taste it. It tastes like pasta. Kind of rubbery pasta. All right, well, and now my parchment paper, I'm taking the parchment paper out. See, look, it popped up and started to burn. All right, so I'm just gonna put it in there like that. Leave it in there just a few more minutes. I'm not going. It's supposed to puff up and dry out so they're crunchy. That's what I thought. But I swore when I read it, it said like 2 or 3 minutes. And so I was thinking this would be an excellent thing for us to do because it wouldn't take up any time. But there you go. Should have read the instructions. There's a lot of things I should have done today, and I did not. So there you go. I'm working on a new crochet pattern, and I'm so tired of it. I need to get some more yarn to finish it, but I don't think I'm gonna get some more yarn to finish it. I think I'm gonna wait a while. And do you wanna see what I'm working on? Do you wanna see? Do you wanna see? While wait. It looks like they're burning. Hold on, I'll be right back. TikTok always says it takes less time than it does. Oh, well there you go. Melt some Velveeta, make mac and cheese. There you go, right? Because we went for healthy. Yes, have you guys ever made a grilled mac and cheese sandwich? Like, so you make the grilled, I use leftover Kraft macaroni and cheese, right, in the blue box. And so, like, use it after it's been in the refrigerator and it's kind of cold. Then you make a grilled cheese sandwich. So you put the bread, you put the cheese, then you put the Kraft macaroni and cheese, then another piece of cheese, and then the bread. And then, you put stuff on the outside. And so it's like cheese and macaroni and cheese. Oh, Barbara, Barbara, I have to tell you, and Jessica will attest to this, I give you all my cheer and energy and vitality. And by the time this is over, I'm like, ugh, and then I'm done for the day. Okay, well, it just looks burnt. I'm gonna leave it in there. I'm just telling you. Okay, Jessica's gonna come over here and say hello and ask you a question. I'm gonna go get my crochet thingy. I don't know. Hi. Say hi. Who's cuter?
Mo or Snow? No, Mo. Everybody say Mo, because we know. Hi, Mo. His name is actually Monkey. But, oh, how pretty.
Okay, so here's the one I'm working on. And I had this huge, like 1,000 yards. It's just burning now. 1,000 yards, and I thought, oh, well, this will be plenty. But then, look at this. What do you think? What do you think? Do you like it? This is the blanket, the baby blanket I'm working on. You like that? Well, I thought it was gorgeous, right? Except it's not enough. Okay, I gotta take that out. It's just burning and looking gross. I'm calling ixnay on the TikTok-y idea, okay? Because it was in there for a long time.
Sounds crunchy.
That's what it looks like. It did not puff up. That's what it looks like. It didn't puff up. It just looks like burnt macaroni to me. Anyway, so I was doing that blanket, but I forgot that when you use single crochet actually uses the most yarn of any of the basic stitches. A double crochet and a treble crochet actually use less yarn for your square footage than a single does. And so, Janet, I had to figure out a different way to hold the crochet hook because my hands wouldn't let me do that either. Anyway, so I'm going through, I'm not gonna be anywhere near done after 1,000 yards, which makes me sad. All right, here we go. This is what we got. It is not crunchy. Ugh. Sorry. Basket weave takes up a lot of yarn too. Basket weaves are yarn eaters. So are puffs. Puffs and poofs and all that. I Googled, it said 8 to 10 minutes. Finished look dark golden brown. It is dark golden brown, but it's not crunchy. It's just chewy. I think it's kind of gross. Hold on, this one's darker. Oh. Okay, that one is crunchy. Oh. Okay. Well, these are crunchy, but I'm gonna put them back in there to finish. Just because I've started this, now I must finish it. I'm not overjoyed. Maybe not going in the Cindy's Kitchen Cookbook. Ugh. All right, so that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed our pasta salad and make it your own. Use whatever you like, whatever you have. Don't go spend more money. Use whatever pasta you have. I want you to enjoy. This should be something that food should make you happy, right? Yay! So from my kitchen to your kitchen, may all of your recipes be quick, easy, and of course, yummy. I will see you again on Thursday, and we will have a birthday party, all right? You guys have a great day. Bye, everybody.